Okay, you can have a look by yourself as well. Okay, so here you get this link. Okay, now I will open in the different tab because that I was creating. So let me just, so you will get a link like this. So when you open this link, let's load 1 minute. Okay, you get all this. Okay, now from the basics, and you have table of content. Okay, here you have all the list of wherever you want to go. For example, this one, if you go here, or if you want to know about the loops, and if you click on it only, you will get, okay, whichever topics. Okay, all the topics I have mentioned, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here for numpy, I think for pandas, okay, pandas you need file, right? If you go down here, in this where are you? What's up? Let me just open the notes for you. In not in the depth, I will give you the brush off of it. Okay, so first thing is the basic. First basic, where we have learned how to declare an variable, how to declare in comments. Okay, then how to print, all that we have learned in the basics. Okay, the syntax of it, everything. Okay, then we have learned the different types of data types, that is the text data, that is a string, int, float, list, tuple, range, dictionary also will come with the two things, that is a key and value pair. Then we have learned set and boolean values. How, so when there is a string, it is always be declared with the quotes, right? Single quote or double quote, anything will work, but usually we use it with single quotes. And then we have integer, that means without any decimal values, then we call it as integer. If there is any decimal values, then we call it as float. So we have different types of sequence, means multiple variables can be stored in a single back of variable. For in that, list, tuple, and then set will come into the picture. uh, List is always declared with the square brackets, and inside we have all the elements. List is mutable, that means it can be edited, and you can add values, you can delete values, you can do anything with it. But tuple is fixed, you cannot delete or add anything on the tuple. Then we have dictionary, that is the that is key value combination, which has the name of the key is the name of the value have, and the value have. It is a key value pair combination, which is declared with this square flower brackets. And we have set. Set will give you the difference is between set and tuple, and all this is set will give you the random output. It won't give you in the way I have declared the set, it won't give me the same output. It is always jumbled. Okay, understood till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me continue. I'll stop. Please stop me if you didn't understand anything. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
If okay, then we have multiple operators, Python operators, that is arithmetical operators, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator, membership operator. In the assignment operator, you have addition, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponential. Okay, and then in assignment operators, we have equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to, exponential equal to. What does it do is it will uh, plus equal to will add the values and store in the same variable. Okay, then we have comparative operators to compare different types of different elements. So then we have, it will always provide us in the boolean values, it's true or false. It will only give me this outputs. Okay, and then we have logical operators, that is and or. And will give, when we are using and, it will compare this thing, comparison operators. It will combine two comparison operators. So and will give you, if any of the, and will tell you that if any one of the statement is false, it will give us false. Okay, if one of the statement, if, okay, so or will give you, if one of the statement is true, it will give you true, right? Then we have membership operators to check, that is in and not in, to check whether the element is inside the list or not, or inside the tuple or anything. To check whether the value is there or not, we use in operators, that is the membership operators. We have different types of list and its methods. There are append, sort, reverse, remove, pop, insert, index, extend, count, copy, clear, all that. It will do all these operators on list. Okay, there are more operators, but it's good to know few of them. And then we have in the string also, we have multiple methods. Okay, then we have conditional operators, that is if, elif, and else. What does it do? It will check, it will see whether the statement is true. If the statement is true, the block of code inside it will be executed, or else it will get out of the condition, and it will check for the other true statements. Okay, and this is else and if. So loop is, there are two types of loop, that is for loop and while loop. For loop will be executed uh, in the sequential data type. For example, range, it uses range, list, tuple, all such things. So if you want to do any of the operation on the elements inside the list, all that, you can use for operators. Okay, for then we have while is executed until and unless the statement becomes false. Till then the loop will get executed until and unless it is false. Then we have function. Function is only executed when it's called, the block of code which is executed whenever it is called. Okay, so so there are two types you can tell. One is without any argument and with argument. Or without any arguments means it will give me the same output every time. With argument, if I want to customize my output, I can do that. Okay, then we have lambda. Lambda is a function
Ma'am, ma'am,
operators where, yes,
ma'am, explain the functions in depth, ma'am.
you want to in depth.
Functions, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I think I have taught you, right? Still.
But while doing the assignment, I didn't get that, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Can we do it on Saturday or Sunday, something like that?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's okay. Now only I'll teach it off. Okay, then I don't want to have that break. Okay, I wanted to start Excel today, but anyways, I will start with this. 1 minute. Let me open my. Let me give you one. Just give me a moment. Okay, I will pull out my. Okay, now let me just show you. Okay, now let's just say let's just say that um, I want to get the square of the numbers, square of cube of a number. Okay, for example, I want to execute a cube of the number whenever I want to use. Okay, so uh, here I will define a function. Okay, first, the def is a keyword to define a function. Okay, in this I will declare a cube. This is the name of my function. Okay, cube is the name of my function. Without, I'm not passing any argument inside it, I'm just passing a cube, and then I'm pass for a value. Okay, which value I want to take is, value is, for example, 12. Okay, then what I want to return the cube of the value, right? Cube is value into value into value, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Till understood here?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I've written a piece of code over here. Now I'll execute this. Okay, let's wait. Now I executed. Nothing, you don't get anything until and unless I call this. Okay, until and unless I call this, this won't get executed. So if I go here somewhere in between over here, oh, sorry, not text. If I just pass a code over here, then what is the name of the function? It is cube. Okay, inside, and then without any argument I have passed, right? So without anything I will pass here. So the cube of 12, I have got it, right? Now if I want, just don't want for 12, I want for many numbers. Okay, so here I will pass that variable. I'll pass that variable. Now if I execute this, now if I go back inside the cube, I'm passing the value. What is the value I want to pass? For example, 13 cube I want, I get 13 cube. Okay, here with the 13 cube I want to do some function as well, that is add some 12 to it. So here you get that value as well, right? It is reusable piece of code, right? Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the ppt here. So first of all, what is a function? Function is a block of code, which performs a which is specific task. Over here I want to find the cube of the numbers, so that particular code I want to run wherever I want. For example, I am doing a for example, where the cube is being used, for example, I want to take the area of the cube, right? What is the area of the cube? Area of the cube formula. Area of cube is 6a square, right? So, okay, let me just tell you what is the area of the cube is 6a square, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I can put over here the value is, okay, the value is this one. Okay, it will give me, now if I want to get the for example, the side value they have given me as 6. Okay, 6, and so if I want to find the area of it, I can just pass with 6. This is anyways giving me square, right? This is anyways giving me the square. If I multiply with the 6, I get the area, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding?
The value of A is 60, ma'am.
Sorry?
The value of A is 6.
The value of a is 6. If I
Yes.
say the side of the value is 6, okay, the side of the cube, the length of the, what do you call, the length of the side is 6. So area of the cube is 6a square. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you have confusion, please ask me then and there. Okay, So this will help. So wherever I want to use this piece of code, I can use it. Wherever I want to find the square of a number, I can just call it with the number which I want to take the square, and it will give me the answer wherever I want. Once I have run this piece of code, I can forget it, and I don't need to use value into value every time, right? I can just call it and it will perform my action, right? Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it will make my, it is first of all easier. So this is the syntax of my calling the function. Okay, that is def is a keyword. When you when you are declaring a function, you need to use def. Def is a keyword to to make the Python understand that this is the function I want to declare. Okay, then you put a function name inside. If you want the parameters, if you want to fix the value, you can run, you can not provide any parameter inside it, and then you will end it with the double colon. Then whatever you want to perform inside whatever you want to perform, you can put it in the between. And then there are two things. One is, it will not, if I don't use return statement, if I don't put return over here, if I just run without return over here, it will not, it will execute, it will execute properly. Okay, if I run it, it is running properly, but it won't give me any values, it won't come up with any values. So there are two things. One is return, or I can just add print. Okay, if I just give print over here, still it would work. So if I run this, it's work. Okay, print or return will give me the values. Okay, getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding? So this is about the function. And there are, so we have multiple built-in functions as well. We have learned about it in the building functions, like we have learned in the all these are functions only. These are the built-in functions we have. The append, sort, all these are a function which is pre-written, which are already written in the backend, but we are just calling it again and again. Okay, which is written in the backend. Python has already have these codes written with them. Okay, these are also the inbuilt functions. Print is also a function, sum is a function. All these are the functions which we can call multiple times. Type is a function. Okay, these are the built-in function which we have. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we have user defined functions, which we define using the def functions, def keyword, right? That is the user defined functions which we create. Okay, lambda functions is also a function which is a single line function. You can write the whole code in a single line and can be executed whenever you want. Okay, it is a single line code. Lambda, when you are using lambda, it's for only for the single line users. Okay, understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we have lambda functions. How do we execute the lambda function? We give the name over here, then we put lambda and the x, what value you have, and with the colon whatever you want to perform after it. Then if we print for some square of 4, you get the output at 16. Okay, so I will give you this for you right now. Okay, you can have a look. If you're still facing any issues, you can get back to me. Okay, understood functions now?
Yes, ma'am.
Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me try, okay, give your try to do the assignment by yourself. Okay, if you're still facing any issues or anything, I will give you the answer keys. Okay, answers keys I will give you. You can have a look. Okay.
Ma'am, questions are there in that notes, ma'am.
No, I have not put. It's just a notes. This is only for the
Okay.
notes. Assignment link I will provide you by end of today, which is already being prepared. Little changes I need to do. I will do that and I will send it to you by end of today.
Okay.
Okay. This is just notes.
Okay,
This
ma'am.
has this has complete notes of Python. It
Okay,
has
ma'am.
complete notes of Python. Okay. From the beginning to the ending, whichever the Seaborn, MATLAB, all that, even pandas and handling the missing values, everything is there. With that, I have given you the Excel sheets as well. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
You want more detailed notes? I will give you that as well. Okay. Where were we? Hmm. Functions was done. Then we have map. Map is used to map is used to give a list of the functions to be done inside our list. Okay, for example, I have a list of numbers. I want a list of what do you call, I want a list of the square of those numbers. Okay, so in map there are two parameters which will go inside this, that is a function, and the second one is a the iterable, that is a less or a tuple wherever you want to perform this function with. So when I have put it in the square, but you need to use type converter to print or get the values. Yeah, get the values. So then we have zip to map both the list or the both the iterable together. We use a zip function. Then we have what is, first of all, let's get into what is NumPy. NumPy is the library which is used to do all the mathematical functions, complex mathematical functions on the data, right? So we have to import it manually by using import NumPy as NP. We have renamed the NumPy as NP so that it is easy to use. Then we have, yeah, then we have there are different types of arrays inside the in which we can declare, that is a scalar. There is a scalar array, that means which doesn't have any dimension to it, and it has only single value in it, so that is called scalar array. If you have to have dimension, that is 1D array, 2D array, 3D array. 1D array will contain only one row of elements. The 2D array, which contains rows and columns. 3D array will contain three elements, that is matrix, rows and columns. Okay, the main difference between list and NumPy are list can contain many other type of data types, but array will only contain single data type, right? So if we are using in array, if I use different type of um, uh, different type of this thing values inside it, it will do type conversion. That means everything will be converted to a string if it is having string inside it. Okay, then list will not allow you to do any mathematical functions on the array. any mathematical functions on it, but array will let you to do all sort of mathematical functions on it. Array will consume very less memory, and arrays are faster than the list. We can use reshape as well. Reshape is done to convert 1D array into 2D array or 3D array, whichever form you want to convert it to. Right, but the inside the number of elements should be the product of the dimensions you are posting inside it, right? Then we have indexing. There are positive index, negative index. Positive index will start by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so and so forth till the end. Ending will be negative index will be -1, -2, -3 from the end. Okay, then we can add two elements by referring to their indexes as well. Okay, right? For 2D array, there is also there is index for rows and also the columns. Okay, in the 3D array, we have for the matrix rows and columns. Indexes are given like that. Okay, in slicing, you need to remember that it is always I n plus 1. So in the beginning, whichever starting you want to put the starting index, and the ending will always be n plus 1, right? Then we have view and copy. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I going fast?
No, ma'am.
You need, just because I'm giving you the preview, I'm going real fast. Okay, if you have any issues, stop me then and there.
Okay.
Okay, then we have view and copy. View, both the things will do the same thing to copy the array into a different variable. So what is the main difference between copy and array, copy and view is copy will, if there is any changes made to a copy array, nothing will happen to our original array. But in the view, if there is any changes in the view array, there will be there will be changes in my original array as well, right? Then we have append, index, delete operation can be done in the array. Sorry. So append will always add it in the end of the array. The index will be adding the values, the whichever index you are providing it to. 1 second. Give me a moment. Okay, so sorry, I received a call. So sorry about it. Okay, append is done. Then we can insert the values in a particular index. We can use in index method. There is two things to remember, that is axis 0 and axis 1. Axis 0 will represent the row wise insertion, and axis 1 will always represent the column wise. Okay, deletion is also done the same way. And we have h stock and v stock. H stock is done, h stock is used to add the values horizontally. Here we need to give the values manually from our end, but here if you have two arrays, you can, if you want to add two arrays together, you can use head stock and v stock. Head stock will add it in the horizontal direction, v stock will add you in the vertical direction. Only thing what will happen is, when we are doing a headstock or v-stock, it might, there is a chances of changing the dimension of my array. To avoid such things, we use concatenation. Concatenation can be done using the axis again. If we are providing the axis to be 0, it will add it in the row wise direction. If your axis is 1, it will add it in the column wise direction, right? Then we have pandas is it is something that which it will give you in the tabular format, and it is used mostly to read and group by. All such things can be done using pandas. So first and foremost, we need to insert the pandas by using import method. Then we have in this we have three types, that is series, data frame, and panel. Panel is not used that much, so that's a reason we are cut shorting to series and data frame. Series is a single line, it is a single column. Okay, it is similar to the numpy 1D array. Okay, you can change the index also by using index method. Then if you want to access the values, there are two ways. One is the index which you have given. The another one is by the index default given by default given by the Python. Okay, both will work. And then we have data frame. Data frame will give you the row and columns. Here you have only columns, here you have rows and columns. So you can use the dictionary to rename the column names. So here key will act as the column name, the values inside it will act as the values inside it. Okay, then we can change the index in the same way. Here columns can be selected by using data of the column name. That means this the particular column will be executed. Then we have head. And what is head? Head will it acts as a print statement itself, but in the tabular format. And if you don't pass any arguments inside how much rows you want to see, it will give you first 5 rows default. Okay, if you specify how much rows you want to see, it will give you so many rows. Okay, then we have lock and ilock method for the row selection. Lock will take the names which we have given, that is the names which we have specified. So we can use lock method. For ilock is a default value given by the Python. Okay, then we have concatenation. So there is two ways of concatenation, well, that is row wise concatenation and column wise concatenation. Row wise concatenation, the key value should be same, then only the row wise concatenation will happen. Okay, when we are concatenating using column wise concatenation, we need to specify the access value is 1. Okay, then we have it's been done. Then how to create a CSV file? If you have a data frame, then you can use to CSV data dot to CSV will convert it into the CSV file, right? Then we have, how do we upload? Read CSV file by using read CSV file, pd.read CSV file, and the path of it will help you to read the file. Okay, CSV file. Then Okay, group by, then we have a group by statement. So if you want, here I have n, if you want to see the mean of the, or mean or the sum of the salaries by each department, you need to use group by statement. The first thing I have grouped in the group, use grouped by department, then each department will be given with the different names. So here I have given, we have all the HR department and their values to be HR, IT and finance, so and so forth. Here if I execute for HR, only the department who's and who are working in the HR department, you get their values. Okay, here I can give the mean of their salary, mean of their all the values, I can find it out. Okay, and then we have how to create a new columns, then we can rename our columns, all that can be done. Dropping, you can just drop by you dropping, if you want to drop a column by using axis is one, current salary axis is one. Then if I in place is equal to true, if I put in place is equal to true, that will give me the permanent changes in my data. It cannot be retrieved, this can be retrieved when I have put it with, but it is permanent change, right? Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me just finish this off. Okay, then we have apply statement as well. Apply can be so for example in this uh, marks I have got their values. Okay, but I want to divide it with 5, will give me the percentage. So I will divide, I will apply this lambda function on this marks. Okay, I have applied in each and every statement. So what has happened, each rows has been converted. Now I've renamed the columns, now I have got the values as well. There are two types of sort. One is sort index, the other one is sort value. Okay, so if ascending is true, it will arrange it in the ascending order. This is for index values. For the values which first we need to pass, by which you want to assign it is the ascending order. If ascending is true, it will add it in the ascending order. If it is false, it will give in the descending order. So now let's understand the missing values, how to handle the missing values by using so for example over here, if there is no missing values but there are zeros, which is not manually possible or humanly possible for glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI to be zero. To replace that with null values, what we have used first of all, to check the null values, how to check, by using is null dot sum. Is null dot sum will give me the total number of null values in each and every column of my data. Now here there is no null values but there are zeros, so I'm cutting from 0 1 first column to fifth column, that is the second column to fifth column. I'm cutting the data, and then I'm checking how many zeros are there. So I'm giving it to 0 and I want to give the sum. So these are the total number of zeros available in the glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI columns. Okay, now I have to replace that zeros with null values, because zeros is not manually possible or humanly possible in any human to have glucose, blood sugar, all these values to be zero. So I've used np.nan. Np.nan will put the blank values. So instead of zeros, I put the blank values. Now if I check for is null, we have wherever there are zeros, it has been replaced with null values. So there are three things we can do after having the null values. First is dropping those values. Second, first is imputation method. What is the imputation method? Or sorry, first is dropping of the elements, whichever, wherever there are zero, wherever there are null values, I can just drop my data with it. But for that, there is a drawback. If there is more null values, if I drop everything, that means most of my data is gone. For example, right? So that's a reason we don't use drop. When there is lot of missing values, we can try to handle the missing value by using two methods, that is imputation methods, and the uh, second method is prediction method. Prediction method will come in under ML, so we are just going to the imputation methods. Okay, imputation methods are, there are three types, that is mean technique, median technique, and mode technique. Mean technique is used when there is a normal distribution of data. We can check by using Seaborn method. We can check whether there is a normal distribution of data or not. When there is a normal distribution of data, then we have replaced these null values with the mean values, right? When there is a skewed amount of data, then we can replace the null values with the median values. But if there is any string or any sort of string values, then we can use the mode technique to replace those values. Then we have duplicate. So when there is multiple duplicate columns which is not required, we can use drop values to you can use duplicate to check how many duplicate values, what are the duplicate column rows we have in our data. So you can drop it, you can remove it, and you can go further. Then we have to check with the outlier so that it doesn't affect our model. So there we can use IRQ technique, where you check the 25 percentile and 75 percentile. So what is the IRQ formula is Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 75 percentile and Q1 is 25 percentile. So the lowest value is Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. Upper value is Q3 plus 1.2 1.5 into IQR. So these are my values. With inside these, whatever values I have, this is the range, minus 7.75 to 22.25. Whatever values comes inside this will be considered to my values. Then we have a matplotlib and Seaborn, which is used as which is being used for uh, creating the graphs and try to understand the data better. Okay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a little recap of the notes. I have given the almost every recap. Okay, go through everything and try to understand. If you didn't understand still, you can get back to me. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
you want more preview?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so anyways, I think so time is done for today. Tomorrow we will take up with Excel. Okay,
Okay.
okay, we'll take up with the Excel, and today you can go through it. Try to practice by yourself. If you have any issues, you can